Yes. It's like that's just a video. Yes, you do both. No, I am so excited for today's video because I will be reviewing the iconic Dior Rosy Glow blush compared to the Too Faced Candy Clouds blush. These Barbie pink blushes are in right now and I am all for it. I love both of these. So I just wanted to show you guys what they both look like on my cheeks. So I have all of my full face of makeup on besides blush and highlighter. So let's show you guys how these look up close. They look very similar, but they do have their differences. So here they are side by side. I don't know if you guys can kind of tell or not just right off the bat, but the Too Faced Candy Clouds blush over here just has a bit more of a cool undertone to it, where the Dior Rosy Glow is just a little bit deeper. Kind of hard to put into words because it's not like this is a warm undertone. It's just a little bit warmer of a shade than this one, if that makes sense, just by like the slightest a little bit. So the Too Faced Cloud Crush Blurring Blush retails for $29. You get 0.17 ounces, and this is described as a cool soft pink. The Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blush retails for $40, and you get 0.16 ounces. And this is just described as a pink, but it's supposed to kind of like warm up with your skin tone. And I do agree that it does. Like, it does not stay this vibrant once I put it on my cheek. I feel like I get a little bit more of that vibrancy with this shade. Like, personally, I want my blush to look exactly how it does in the pan as it does on my cheek. I don't like it when I put on a blush and it just turns into like a way deeper shade or pulls more of like a peachy tone mixed with my products that are already on my skin. The Dior blush doesn't completely do that necessarily, but it changes a little bit, but it says it does that. It probably just means it oxidizes. Both of these come with a little mirror on the top. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I do not really care if it has a mirror or not. I'm not gonna really use this tiny mirror for anything. So let's just zoom you guys in. There we go. Get it all up close and personal. So let's do the Rosy Glow pink blush on the right cheek, like rosy right, just to associate that and remember which cheek has what. So my right, your left, of course. But we will start with that, and I am just using my Morphe X Ariel a 3.2 brush, wiping it off on a towel here to make sure I don't have a lot of residue from a previous blush. I mean, these are the only two that I'm using at the moment, but just going in here, tapping off that excess. Okay, the only time I'm gonna be using this little mirror is to apply it in this video for you guys. Otherwise, I look down in my main mirror here, but I need to keep my head tilted to the side. So let's just go ahead and lightly tap this on the cheek. What's nice about the Dior pink blush is that you can really build it up if you aren't familiar with using a blush in this shade yet and you aren't really sure what to expect. I feel like it's not too much at once. It is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I am obsessed with these blushes. Just a little bit more. There we go. So you guys can really see what it's looking like. There it is. So Nothing Dior blush. It's really pretty. So it does stay pretty vibrant, but I mean, as you guys can tell, it's not like insane. It just really makes your cheek look just girly and preppy and fun. So there is that. Just wiping off my brush again. And let's go in with the Too Faced Candy Crush. It keeps throwing me off because the actual blush is called Cloud Crush, but the name is Candy Clouds. I mean, this one is actually, it's very similar with the application process. You can definitely work on building it up. Okay, I feel like this video is actually very beneficial because applying these at the same time is making me realize that they are very, very, very close, practically identical to each other. So if you want to save some extra money, you can definitely go with the Too Faced one. It's hard to say because now that I have more on, I don't know if the camera is going to show it, but in person, this one does have that cooler undertone where this one's just a smidge bit less of a cooler undertone. I'm really hoping that my camera and lighting is picking up on the colors good enough. So here is the Too Faced Candy Clouds. What do you guys think? It's pretty darn close. I mean, if you were on the fence between one or the other, I would probably go with the Too Faced, unless if you are sensitive to scents. This one does not have a scent at all from Dior, which is kind of surprising because usually their products are pretty perfumey. The Too Faced blush is actually pretty strange because it smells I mean, almost identical to the LEDDA 22 ORRIS perfume that I reviewed. I have never smelled anything like that. And then now it smells like it's in the blush too. So it smells beautiful, but if you're really sensitive to fragrance, then you'd want to stay away from this. But I mean, if your skin doesn't care, then I feel like you might as well just save the extra $11 and go with the Too Faced, especially when the Sephora sale comes around. It is actually crazy how similar they are. It literally looks like I'm wearing the same blush. Almost. Just almost. They are practically identical. That is just crazy to see. I feel like I have a little bit more of the Dior on, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add the slightest bit more over here. Looks like I'm wearing the same blush. I mean, granted, it's not like it's a drugstore dupe by any means, but you can save a little bit of coin with this. So I'm just going to add on my highlighter really quick, and then I will be right back to show you guys what the blushes look like in natural lighting. Okay, now I'm loving this lighting and wish that I filmed here the whole time. But here you go. What do you guys think? So we've got the Dior Rosy Glow, and then over here we have the Candy Clouds blush. I mean, they are so similar. It's really hard to tell which one is on which cheek without me telling you guys. I just love these blushes. I feel like they make me feel so girly and just feminine. These are my most favorite blushes in the world right now. I feel like both of them give me a different feeling as I apply them though, even though they are so similar. So it's like if you already have the one and you want to try out the other, I would just go for it, especially if you were gonna wait for a Sephora sale. This one actually ended up turning out a little bit more vibrant. I don't know what I did differently, but I mean, look at that. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but maybe it's because this one is just a little hair bit deeper than this one. I'm kind of feeling like that's why it's doing what it's doing here. I feel like this one just has a hint of a cooler undertone, just a tad. So maybe like this one more for the summer, this one more for the winter. What do you think? Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If this comparison is what brought you to my channel, I hope you stick around for a little while and hit that subscribe button down below to help my channel grow. Otherwise, I will see you all very soon. Bye!